Welcome back, Mr. Goodberry. The First Star Logistics studio is fully equipped and ready to record.
Bengals drop to the Pittsburgh Steelers 16-10 and drop on the season to 5-6. Hey, if you got one eye on the future, that means they are currently slotted to pick 15th and are still within range to get pretty high in the draft. If you're on the one end, that's if the Bengals are going to lose every game for the rest of the year. And will they lose every game for the rest of the year? Well, that's where the film comes in and where we will focus a little bit today, but trying to stay on the positive side. We're looking at player evaluation today on film. And this is Bengals on the Brain. I'm Joe Goodberry. The show is brought to you by First Star Logistics. If you're looking for that PS5, it's been given away. So late on that. But the next giveaway is up. Custom cooler, Blackstone Grill. I've got the Blackstone Grill actually out there. Not that one, but I have that one. Different one. Does that make sense? Anyways, it's pretty cool. We're not going to focus on the players that are not here for the future plans. So while one eye we have on the future, we're not going to spend too much time talking about guys like Tyler Boyd, right? We appreciate Tyler Boyd, but the evaluation really doesn't matter. They're going to make a decision on him, and it's more than likely that he'll walk in free agency, which we will talk about Tyler Boyd at that point, either with a free agent profile when we get to March or, in the offseason, or if he signs with another team, we'll enjoy the memories and the fun times we had with him. This goes for guys like Joe Mixon as well. And I know people want to talk about the run game, and we will for a minute. And the Bengals will have to make a decision on Joe Mixon. He's got another year on his deal. But in terms of the run game, malpractice that they only run it 8 times, right? You got a backup quarterback. Clearly, when I watch the film, we're not going to look at that as a topic, the run game. But when I watch film, you have 8 runs. You probably have 6 guys messing up on 6 different plays. And that just can't happen. In my opinion, that's a lack of execution, a lack of cohesion with the scheme, coaching on down, a lack of talent in a lot of places because it's not just the offensive line. The tight ends had a terrible day blocking. And when you have that, you have a running back that doesn't trust anything that's going on. You have a running back that's trying to create things that aren't there because he's trying to make something happen. And because of it, everyone looks bad. And the run game is poor. And you average 2 yards per carry. And what do the coaches say when you're averaging 2 yards per carry? We're not going to run it anymore. The Steelers were selling out against the run and leaving you opportunities to throw the ball. So I guess we will talk about Jake Browning because, again, he's not here for the future. Why? Because he's so bad, and he was so bad, and maybe he gets better. He hasn't played in a long time. Hasn't started a game in a long time. First career start. So maybe he gets better. But the amount of times he was tricked and fooled by the Steelers defense is not encouraging. The amount of deep players that were open and he didn't pull the trigger, not encouraging. If anything about the evaluation for Jake Browning, it's that he's not the backup unless he gets significantly better. So with that, let's stay on the positive. Let's get to the tape. Let's get to the guys that matter. And I'm talking on offense real fast because we'll start with the offense. We're going to look at the one play Charlie Jones had an impact. We're going to look at the 2 plays Andre Iosivas. He got 1 target, or he got 2 targets. One, though, it just was a broken play. The 2 plays where one, he should have got a deep target, and then one, he had made a really nice play that opened my eyes about Yoshi. Chase Brown didn't get involved, so we won't see him. And then we're going to focus on Cordell Volson at left guard. How did he play? Where's he at in his career? What's the development curve for him right now? Is he a person we want starting at left guard for this team for the foreseeable future? One game may not decide that, but we're going to keep an eye on him for the final stretch of these games here. And then we'll go to the defense, where the defense was exciting. The young guys playing breakout games, standout games, I should breakout and standout. Myles Murphy breakout games, standout games from Jordan Battle and DJ Turner. Those will be fun to watch. And let's get to the tape. The first play we have queued up here is the rookie out of Princeton, Andre Yosivas. We've got him highlighted because, well, he's running a deep. Well, I think it might be a flag route. It looks like he's bending it backwards when he gets there. But Jake Browning is not going to want to throw it to him for whatever reason. As I'll slow it down there. I mean, this ball should be out and a touchdown. It's the first third down of the game. This is the sack, forced fumble. T.J. Watt picked up by Jonah Williams. The sack goes against Jake Browning for holding onto the ball and not getting it out to the open player. There he is. There's Yoshi. Now look at Jake. Look at this pocket. I mean, dude, throw it. You got guys scrambling on the ground, crawling on the ground for Pittsburgh in the secondary. You got to throw that ball. If you want to know specifically, because I guess we're still evaluating Jonah Williams. If you want to know specifically what happened on this play, we got Jonah here, TJ Watt here. You're actually going to get chip help first. So Jonah's going to go get in his stance and be ready. Okay, so this ball should get out. There's more than enough time. You're getting chip help, and then the tackle is going to make them run around the arc before getting to the quarterback. It doesn't, I mean, there's 4.5 seconds time to throw here. This ball should be out in 2.25 seconds. Yeah, I slowed it down and paused it, but I mean, we're supposed to be talking about not Browning, but Yoshi. This is like the third, maybe even fourth time I've highlighted a deep ball where it doesn't go to him. And once before, I was told that Yoshi ran the wrong release and it kind of spooked Burrow. And then there was another time that he just didn't get to him or decided to go underneath because the guy was open underneath. So this might be the third time. So in the evaluation of Andre Yosivas, his speed is translating. He's being left open. They're not taking him seriously. We got to see these passes eventually start going to the young man. I'd like to, if we go all year with that deep ball to Andre Yosivas, I'm going to have a problem. All right, Cordell Volson. We're going to look at him one time. He's going to pull here. Actually, there was a play before this where he pulls and misses TJ Watt. I didn't clip that because I didn't know where I was going with the show. And then as it was going on, I was like, oh, yeah, well, let's do a Volson highlight. So he had one miss on a pull, and then he's going to pull from the left to the right here. Doesn't really help much. Not much going on. Not much push going on overall. It's not. This play doesn't show much about Volson, but just an idea of what we're working with here. He's double teaming with Ted Karras. All right, this is the Charlie Jones play. The only play where we notice Charlie Jones. He's in the slot. They're down in the red zone, and this is a halfback screen. He's got to get out. And I believe he's got to block this guy. It might be this guy, but he's got to get out and block the corner. And let's watch him do that. Completely whiffs. I mean, the timing of screens is tough because the quarterback can hold on to it. The running back, you know how fast he gets away from the D lineman and transfers from a receiver to a runner. All that can change the timing, but we need him to get that block. We don't see him again really for the rest of the game, so I'm not sure the Bengals are very happy with him either. Those are your scripted plays there. You need to see your rookies execute. Okay, moving on. We got an inside run, and it goes for just a couple of yards. Let's watch power. So I talked earlier about Volson pulling and how he didn't look as hot when he had the pull. I'd rather him not be the puller anyways. I'd rather him be the guy that's down blocking and powering and let Alex Kappa come around and block. More, Mike Santagata says more like a trap block. Either way, I don't care. No offense to Mike. I want to see the guy move in space and locate and target and hit his guy. And I think Alex Kappa does it pretty well. Where Volson is more hit or miss on that. So I'd like to see it run this way and let Volson and Orlando Brown be the power guys on that side. So let's keep an eye on Volson and Brown. Look at Brown really throw 51 inside. That's how guys get hurt. But you got one-on-one with a safety mixing. Got to make a miss. We need more yards out of that. I also need, people asked when I posted this on Twitter, if you're not on there following Joe Goodberry, please do. But they said, oh, if he would have blocked 17, this would have been a big run. His job is to go block the middle linebacker. He could be a faster and more definitive in his movements. If you watch him here, he kind of hesitates and then goes, this is Irv Smith at tight end. But the Steelers bring this extra guy, and they did this all day. Like, they'd give you their number saying we got 6 in the box, then they go and put 7. They'd show you 5, then they put 6. They show you 7, then they put 8 at the snap. And it leaves you one-on-one running back and the free unblocked defender. So you need, in these games, you need a running back that's going to make guys miss if he's got the space to do so. So I don't think Irv does anything wrong here, other than he could be more defined on who he's going to get as fast as possible to help out Joe Mixon. So watch Irv a little bit. Watch how you see how he kind of looked as he got to the second level and then got to the middle linebacker. Even Mixon's reactions there, it's kind of like, I think he'd like a cleaner read. Different run here. Eyes on Volson. Watch him knock Ted Karras off the nose tackle, and then he can't get to the linebacker on the second level. Nothing's there for Mixon. He runs into the back of his tight end and into the back of Alex Cappa, who was pulling. Like I said earlier, I like that. The tight end's terrible day blocking, getting no push in the run game. Penalties, not good. Volson versus Casey, not Casey Hayward. Cam Hayward. Sorry. There is a Casey Hayward, played corner for a long time. Cam Hayward, tremendous player for them. Maybe Hall of Famer? I think he will. But I love when a guy goes for the long arm and your only recourse for that, if you're out length, is to go for that elbow. Bend the elbow, break the arm, not actually breaking the bone, just breaking the long arm, and you can get this guy to fall and go off balance. You're in control then if you could do that. It's a snatch trap. If you can get him to come in and knock his hands down. Almost gets it again here on the very next play. Breaks the elbow, gets Hayward to lean into him where he can control the blocker. So good job by Volson, 2 reps in a row. And then we get a bit of a stunt and a twist. And because he's so long and strong, this is what he does. These are his strengths. Like if you said, what does Volson do well? Well, he's very long. He's very strong. So other than that, though, I wouldn't say he does anything particularly well. But these are good attributes to have if the rest of your profile says you don't do anything at a high enough level. At least he's big and strong. And so you see here as he locks out Hayward and passes him off. So he feels that the stunt could potentially be coming. So he's going to lock him out and pass him off and get his hands back and reset so he can take on the next guy. But he does such a good job with pushing Hayward inside that it actually knocks, I think that's Ogunjobi, off balance and messes up the whole twist up the middle. But you see him get back into position very quickly. Good job by Volson. More running plays to the right. Looks like zone right. Nothing there. Why wasn't anything there? Well, let's keep an eye on Jonah Williams. Well, if you're wondering what's going on here, zone right. So I'm assuming you're getting him. You're climbing up, getting him. You're getting him. You're going to hit him and get to the linebacker. So Jonah specifically. Everyone's going right here. Except somehow Jonah doesn't get the message that we're going right. He's supposed to hit this guy and then climb up and get the linebacker. Your first step should be to the right. Everyone's going to the right. Everyone. So somehow we've got a veteran. When I say they don't run well enough, when I say they don't execute high enough, consistently enough, these are the things that happen not this is like goofy stuff, but mistakes happen way too often and you almost hurt your guy. So not only do you knock down Kappa, but you knock him into Volson. So keep an eye on Volson as he's coming over. Knock Kappa into Volson's knee. Can't happen. 5th-year player. Cannot happen. All right, we got a third down here. And Andre Yosevich is going to run a slant. He's going to run it behind Irwin, who's going to kind of dance and make sure he gets in the way of both these Pittsburgh defenders. And Yoshi's going to run behind him. And I love the speed out of Yoshi here. When he catches this and he turns upfield, man, he looks fast. Because there's a difference between being a vertical receiver, take like a T. Higgins, and being a fast vertical receiver. But when you can also look fast on those in-breaking routes, that's a whole nother level to your game, especially with the ball in your hands. And Higgins does this. And that's what makes him special, in my opinion. Not that he's just a big ball receiver. Remember, we did a profile on Higgins, what made him special. And I put all those inside breaking routes in that piece. When I saw the side of Yoshi, I said, whoa. Now he's got 2 nice touchdowns this year. But this play was the first time I actually opened my eyes to what his potential could be. Wish he caught it a little cleaner, but sometimes that happens. Still turned upfield very quickly, very fast. Pulling Volson, find your guy, get him. Good job. I like this. This run goes for 2 yards. Again, the Steelers, if you want to know what I'm talking about earlier. So you've got how many Steelers in the box here? 1, whoop, missed my mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we've got 7 blockers. So we're going to handle these 7 with our 7 blockers. That means Mixon is going to have to be potentially one-on-one with the 8th guy that's coming into the box late. Well, these guys are eyes on him right here. These guys on the edge because that's where he's going, and they're leaning inside. He's going to try and go around, and he's going to face one-on-one with this safety that's walking in. The only thing he can really do here is string it inside longer and then bounce it out. He bounces instantly and ends up being a 2-on-1 situation, I think, because of it. Because he doesn't really fool that second level linebacker. That second level linebacker is going right with him, step for step, in stride. You got to manipulate them a little bit more. You can't go right for the hole as soon as possible because that's why 50 gets over. And then now you're one-on-one with a defensive back that you should beat. It should have been that way at least. All right, Volson pulling again. Gets a little caught up. Play goes for almost nothing. Not Volson's fault. You can see it looked a little clunky there. Eyes on Cody Ford. The Bengals had a weird plan today or on Sunday. They said, we're going to bring in extra tight ends today. We're going to bring in extra offensive linemen today to block. My translation, so you're bringing in more bad players, more bad blockers to block. Let's see how that works. Eyes on Cody Ford. See if he can take Cam Hayward in here. Nope. Gets blown up, pushed back, walked back into Joe Mixon, where he's got nowhere to go with it. Again, not a great plan. I don't need more bad blockers. Good job picking up the stunt. Knocking Hayward inside by Volson. He's going to push Hayward inside because they're going to send a blitz this way. They want to get him out of the way. Good pickup by Mixon. Good job coming over, finishing it by Volson. Be a big guy. Be a tough guy. That's all we really need out of you. Cody Ford back at right tackle. Well, jumbo right side. And don't worry, we're going to give you help by Mitch Wilcox, Cody Ford. Don't worry, you can block TJ Watt. We'll pull over Mitch Wilcox from the other side for some help. Oh, that doesn't work. More bad blockers on the field. That'll do it. All right, I'm done with that rant. Mini rant. Volson again, anchoring with power against Hayward. Hayward ends up getting the sack because, number one, this was a missed read play. I posted that on Twitter. I posted all, what's going on in the coverage on the field. Again, we're trying to focus on player evaluation, less as X's and O's, but we are going to get some pressure from the right side here, right side of the defense against Orlando Brown. He's got chip help, and then he still beats him. But the ball should have been out. This is very similar to the Jonah Williams play from earlier, the one where Yoshi was open. Sometimes you get knocked off in that first phase of the rush, and we're going to see that here. Hayward's going to get under him. Can you recover and anchor? Don't get put on skates completely. Can you re-anchor and sit down, shift your weight down, and keep him from getting too close? And he does. So good enough job there from Volson at the end. Queuing up the defense right away, we've got Jordan Battle on the left side, eyes that direction, and Battle gets to start. Battle played a lot of snaps. He, in my opinion, provided a little bit of physicality, good tackling, good run defense in a day where they got chewed up in the run game. So a couple things I wanted to see out of the young guys is your run defense, number one. But I've been saying about the corners all year, they're not tackling well enough. They're not physical enough. They're not getting off blocks. They're not pushing and coming back down the field in order to force the tackle earlier downfield. They're letting it happen 7-8 yards downfield. It's not what you want. So DJ Turner, he's covering on the outside boundary here. We got him highlighted. I need to see him because that's not his strength. Let's see how he does defeating blocks, getting off Pickens, coming and pushing downfield, like I was saying, or upfield, depending on what side of the football brain you work with. Good job by DJ Turner. Little flash there, even though he's not the guy who makes the play. I need him sometimes, even when Mike Hilton's making these tackles. Here's Mike Hilton's going to come down in 83 to make the tackle. I need DJ Turner to come over and finish, help out. And he does right there. Get the stop on third down and force the punt. We got DJ Turner. Again, we're going to focus on him a whole bunch. Little push off by Pickens, perfectly normal. I need him to close that gap a little bit quicker. So we're going to see him in zone coverages. And I think this might be man, but we're going to see later, same situation where sometimes he gets locked in and pushed off. His transitioning there, once he plants and is ready to redrive with his weight. So once his weight's on his back foot and you're ready to redrive, that's why I put that arrow there to remind myself later to talk about this. I need him to close and find this ball a little bit faster. He's a very athletic dude, very bursty. Get there. Instead, he still holds it to a minimal gain, making a sure tackle, so he doesn't lose points completely. This is a fine job by DJ Turner. Jordan Battle on the edge here. He was blitzing on that play. Ooh, picked up by Jalen Warren. I love how fast Battle comes off this edge, though, on this blitz. It's just a really good pickup by the running back. And that's when the pass was completed. And DJ Turner finishes it off. Eyes on Battle. Again, we got to draw inside. He reads it, fills up pretty nicely, makes a nice rolling wrap up tackle. DJ Turner as well. I'm sorry, Dax Hill as well from the safety spot. Coming down, running that alley. Watch him. This is some speed right here, man. Finish with power. Bang. Hey, I like that, Dax Hill. Yeah, you're allowed to flex when you do that. Here he is on the right side of this angle. End zone angle. Bang. Good stick. This is early in the game when the defense was still fresh and feeling it. Eyes back on DJ Turner. He is in his hip pocket. He is all over him. He's all over Pickens on that one. We end up getting a terrible flag here. But as you'll see, Turner on the top left of your screen here as Pickens tries to come back to the middle of the field. Watch the feet. Watch the transition. Woo! He is mirroring. Watch those steps. Right with the receiver. Turns, looks for the ball. Oh, DJ Turner. I like it. We got a cover 3 situation here. Turner allows the inside, which is pretty typical. If you're going to get beat here, it should be to the inside because you have safety help, right? You've got Dax in the middle of the field. So as this guy is stemming outside like this, he's going to try and break it back in. And if you're Turner, you've got to defend everything out here because you've got no help out here. So he's going to lean that way naturally, knowing he's got a safety in the middle of the field. What the Steelers are going to do is they're going to run this slot guy and cross the face. Either you run it right at the free safety or you cross his face to get him to go this way just enough, freeze him just enough. And if Kenny Pickett's eyes can stay down the middle and keep Dex in the middle long enough, you're going to open up this window between where DJ Turner goes and where Dax goes. And that's exactly what happens on this one. Even though, again, we're not focusing on X's and O's, but this is why sometimes you have to, because this is why Turner allows the inside guy to beat him right there. And it's a really nice throw. Could be a little bit quicker, could be a little bit stronger, but DJ Turner does a great job staying with it because, again, boys and girls, viewers, Bengals fans, we talked about this. Specifically, I did on the show, obviously. I like to include you guys and say we did. But we talked about this after the Bills game, said we need these guys to break up more passes. I need DJ Turner to get his hands on more balls, break up more balls. He did the following week, and now here he is again breaking these up. So when I said that, there was a commentator or there was a comment in here and on the YouTube, which I love the comments. I read all of them, by the way, guys. So please leave the comments in there. Someone was mad. He says, "I'm not watching anymore. How are you gonna pick on DJ Turner or say he's not getting his hands on the balls enough?" Yada 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 yada. Because you need him to. As you see right here, he gives up the coverage, but he doesn't stop. He doesn't quit. He fights through. Left hand's there. Right arm comes around. You see his right arm. Watch it wrap underneath and pokes that ball out right at the end. You need to have it happen. It's very similar to this play, was it not? Did it not make you think of the Jamar Chase touchdown? Very similar. You got if the receiver's going to the ground, that defender's got to stay with it and punch it out as they're going down. And there's the ball come loose on Jamar Chase. It's fair. That's how it goes. These are the plays. And you get rewarded not just with stopping that play and stopping that touchdown. You get rewarded with a fumble recovery, DJ Turner. Good job. This will be Zach Carter that punches it out. Zach Carter doesn't not too many splash plays this year. I mean, to be honest with you, I wasn't even going to highlight Zach Carter because he does a good thing. He punches his ball out as Jalen Warren tries to reach for it, but watch Carter get blown off the double team here, which is why he ends up in position to even punch it out. And why Carter should not be playing as much as he is. But good play. Tremendous play, to be honest with you. I don't want to rain on your nice play. And why do we not get a score on that, DJ Turner? You're the fastest guy in the field. Well, that is what it is. Don't want to kill Carter here, even though he's probably part of the future plans and evaluation. And they probably want to give him more snaps because you got to figure out what you got there. But Turner, man, first 2 drives there for DJ Turner. Fantastic. I'm very happy with him. Very, very happy with him. All right, we got 2 guys here, different levels where you can bootleg out and hit either one. Kenny Pickett decides to pull it and run for a good chunk, 8 yards or so. But why did he decide to pull it down? Jordan Battle, enter the conversation. Watch him. We showed this exact scenario when we're watching Nick Scott. If you guys remember, if you watch the show every week, the awareness Nick Scott lacked when these guys were coming across the other side of the field and how late he was reacting to the play action. If you look at Battle already, where's Battle? Waits on this foot, right? Bent leg here. He is going to head this way. He sees the play action. He sees it's a bootleg. He's already reacting. So as he breaks out of here, his eyes go back inside and he says, okay, right? Who's the guy coming across? How are they trying to attack me? Was there somebody about to leak out from here? No. So how are they trying to attack me backside? It's with this crossing route right there. And he sees him. Battle's got eyes on him. And he drifts with him, gets in the passing lane, looks back one more time, make sure I'm in position here, looks back at the quarterback. Oh, he's running. Let me come up and squeeze him and make sure he doesn't get any further. Great job, Jordan Battle. He's a very heady player. You can see it. This is the play where DJ Turner gets beat deep. Now watch the center. As soon as the center gets down and grabs his ball, they're going to snap it. So you can see even Turner's eyes right now. He's in press situation here, but Turner's eyes, he's looking down the line. He's wondering if he's offsides or whatever. He wants to get in and get a press. So he gets caught off guard with how quick this snap is. He looks back, bang, we're gone. Then misses his one arm. He didn't get a chance to really press. You want to get these deep shots off quick snaps once in a while. Teams do this all the time. And Nick Scott, every time Nick Scott came out and played free safety, dude just stood here. He just stands here. Then the ball gets thrown. Then he gets over. Scott, don't you run a 4-3? Where's the range, buddy? I need to see. Like, they keep putting him at free safety, but this man does not cover any ground at all. None. That's why we're seeing him less, and less. So Turner misses that press. It's a quick snap. Kind of happens. It is what it is. He fights through this. Almost gets a hand on that ball as he comes around, and he yanks at the left arm. The TV had a good replay of it. I'm not going to put that here. Trying to avoid as many TV clips as we can. Myles Murphy at the edge. He's got to defend the run. Get his hands in there. Play with good positioning. Stay to the outside. He's getting control a little bit. Peeks inside. Now, this could be dangerous. He guesses right because as he's looking inside, he's thinking, okay, this running back's hitting this hole. I'm going to jump inside and make a play. But I've talked what I was saying about Mixon earlier. You got to kind of manipulate these guys. Najee Harris also has to do this. Press this hole, press it, and then go this way. Because if this guy's going to commit and go inside, that's how you get him to overcommit and you toy with him and take advantage of him. But Murphy sees it, heads back inside. So he sets the edge, does well enough. It is a bit risky there. Dax Hill blitzing from the left side here. Dax gets around the edge, gets a hand on the arm of Kenny Pickett. Even Pickett looks back like, who hit me? Who was that? Where did that come from? And it came from Dax. This looks like Myles Murphy rushing from last week. Remember this? And then he just touches the elbow. Come on, BJ Hill. Hendrickson's going to give him something about that. DJ Turner. It's got to be zone the way he looks back at the quarterback, and this is where the separation ends up happening. It's a minimal gain, so we're not going to kill the guy in minimal gains, but you're going to see as he transitions in the zone coverage much more often than man. Like in man, I think he's great, tremendous, because he's a freak athlete. I think in zone, there's still something to be desired. But Dax Hill here, the Bengals are showing a cover zero blitz, right? We talked about this before. I don't think I need to draw it up. We're going to stay away from X's and O's anyways, again, as we do X's and O's. So these guys are all off here, showing man, and we got blitzes all coming across up front. They want to get this ball out quick and early, but eyes on Dax Hill. Dax Hill is actually going to be the free safety, the deep free safety. Yeah, him right there circled. Watch him run back at the snap. Go. That dude is fast. He covers some ground there. Got Pickett to hold the ball and run because he got tricked. Good job, defense. I mean, just being able to do that with Dax is nuts. Nutty. Incomplete pass. But what happened on this play? Eyes back on DJ Turner, covering Deontay Johnson back in press. They like to press him. He pushes him right out of bounds. Hey, you're out of the play. This is fantastic. It's a great job by DJ Turner. We get Myles Murphy with a great get off, runs the arc, gets a hand on the quarterback. BJ Hill wins his pass rush, and they meet at the quarterback to force the quick throw. But our eyes are mostly on Murphy here. That get off was insane this week, and he doesn't even win with moves. Look at this. Like, we talked about this the last couple weeks now. He's got to win with some moves here. But when your get off is this nuts and you can get to that corner first, see, like he's got the clear path, right? He got to this corner before the tackle could open up. Now he can just flatten to the QB here. It really helps when BJ Hill's winning inside also, clearly, because then the quarterback would just step up and step away from Myles Murphy. This wouldn't even be a hit on the quarterback if it wasn't for BJ Hill. But it just shows what Murphy can do. Man, get that arm off him, and that's a sack. Jordan Battle, number 27, getting to the outside. Set the edge. Don't allow the running back to get out there. Let your teammates make the play. That's good defense. Again, we got zone coverage here. See how he turns and faces inside, looking inside. Kind of loses feel for his receiver. You don't want to do that. Gave up a lot of separation there. It's a big gap between you and the receiver for Turner. Now he's got to come back in. And he keeps it to a minimal after the catch. But those are the plays where he's still got something to be desired a little bit there. Myles Murphy on the edge here. Got a couple of tight ends. Peek inside. Throw down the tight end or throw him to the side. And you can do this time. This is kind of different than the last one I showed because when he gets here, the running back is still searching. What hole am I going to hit? And you've got Battle coming over, scraping over to fill this. So you've got Chidobe Awuzie on the edge. So you can two gap here, which means you're going to hold this guy up and I can go one way or the other. Ideally left because you do have defenders scraping over the top. And he does that really well. So you want to get the blocker off you once you're sure which way the running back is going. Inside, now the running back's going to cut out and Jordan Battle is there to pick it up, clean it up. And Murphy even peels back, makes this tackle. We got the sack now for Myles Murphy. What a day. We get a pressure, a hit on the quarterback. We got some run defense. And then Myles Murphy, again, the get off was lightning. He's upfield, man. He's got the best get off on the team. And then we got the long arm. We did the profile on Myles Murphy in the draft, right? What do we say? His favorite move is the long arm. Look at it. And then he knocks away the outside arm, rips. Man, he looks better at right end. More moves at right end for sure. We haven't seen him string any moves together when he comes off left end. So here it is, long arm inside that armpit, knock him off balance. Now you got his outside hand. The left hand of the tackle is down your middle. I wanted to say center and middle at the same time. He's got it down the center now. And now when you beat that with the club here and turn it into a rip, you've got the corner. You're going to be free now. So he does that. Club, rip. Now you got to bend this. This is the apex of the arc, if you ever hear me say it. So if you're running the arc, you're coming up and you're running around this way, right? This is the apex, this like area right here. As you decide, do I get pushed all the way out to the quarterback? Can I flatten and get in here? Or, and you'll see right here, Myles Murphy really cuts this arc, probably with the help of a hold, as this guy's got this arm, the shoulder of Murphy. You'll see it here when I press play. But you've got to win at the apex is the next level now. Next step. Let's see him do it. Do you get pushed out or do you flatten? Which one is it? Good job. Good job, Myles Murphy. All the credit there. You see Battle talking with Awuzie as he comes down here saying, hey, I'm going to spill him. So he takes on the receiver. Boom. Inside. Because he knows he's got Awuzie out there. So come on, Awuzie. Come up, make the play. Whoop. Not ideal. Myles Murphy. Whoop. Not ideal. I didn't mean to turn into Chris Berman with the whoops. But 2 in a row. I don't know what happens with Murphy here. It's just more funny than anything. Just false. It's not like it's not his guy. If anything, he's going to come down and play the quarterback a little bit and put pressure on him. Get inside move. Now that you've beat him outside once, now you can go back inside. Watch how far the tackle sets here. Gets out there. Whoop. Again, with the noises. Sorry. Just excited. Excited to see Myles Murphy do his thing. I'm excited to see DJ Turner be physical and tackle and punch at that ball. I like to see these things. I like to see Jordan Battle be physical. Knock these receivers down when they come up to try to block you. This defense is going to be good again in the future because of these young guys. Because of DJ Turner. Because of Cam Taylor-Britt. Because of Dax Hill. Because of Jordan Battle. That's why this defense is going to be good. Because of Myles Murphy. Hey, first time we're saying that. This is a third down here. This keeps the Bengals in the game. DJ Turner closing. Punch that ball out. Good job. So that's the tape. Clearly, Cordell Volson having better days lately. He started the season pretty rough, getting a little bit better. We need to see the unit as a whole. Someone asked me recently, are any of these guys salvageable? It doesn't seem like they're playing like that right now, and I think they are. I think all 5 guys can be NFL starters. I have a clear issue with the coaching here on the offensive line, and I think in the right scheme they could all be very good players. I just think they're a mismatch group of guys, and that's what happens when you sign them from other places. When you pick your left tackle, he ends up not being the guy you hoped for. Now you're putting him at right tackle in his final year, and you got a 4th round guy from a D2 school at left guard. I mean, it's a weird mix. I want to see Chase Brown, Yoshi, and Charlie Jones, more of them, please, going forward. Not just for my sake. I think it would make the offense better if you use these guys. And then on defense, very happy with the young guys. Defense overall, not very happy with it. Continue to give up explosive plays. They're just out of sync a little bit. They're just, especially at safety, the more they play, the better it'll be. Linebackers got to play so much better. Pratt has to play better. Wilson has to play better. Those are supposed to be your foundational pieces for the back 6, back 7, however many guys you got in your defense on that particular play. We need them to play better. But I'm very happy with the young guys. This has been Bengals on the Brain. We'll be back on Friday. Talk about the Jags game a little bit. I'm going out there with First Star Logistics and the First Star crew. So you'll see us down there having a good time. If you're also going to that game, please meet up. But we've got a lot of content planned this week as well. Once we get down there, I'm flying down Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, down in Florida. Look for us. I mean, we're going to have not only are we going to have a good time, but number two, we're going to make a lot of content. You'll see a lot of it on our social media pages at Joe Goodberry, at First Star Logistics, Twitter, Instagram. Look out for us. And until next time, Who Dat?
Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realize self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Opportunity knocking.